In this video, we're recoding variables in R. You don't need any special package to recode variables. We can just use square brackets and the equal sign. We start by creating a new empty variable. An easy way to do this is to put nothing into the new variable. Dataset, $, the name of the new variable, then equals and NA. Then we recode. The logic is always the same. Dataset $, variable, open square bracket, condition, close square bracket, equal sign, new value. For example, let's recode a value of 1 in the old variable to a value of a in the new variable. I tend to recode into new variables so that I can easily go back if I mess up, and I mess up quite a lot. Let's look at some common conditions that you might want to use. The one I use most often is when the old variable is equal to a value. In this case, we can add the name of the old variable, two equal signs, and the old value, like this. That is, we put the new value on the right into the new variable, but only for observations where the old name was what we specified. Greater or less than, that's what I use when creating age groups or income groups. In this case, we can add the old variable, less than, and the value, like this. So the logic is the same. We replace the NA in the new variable with the new value on the right, but only if the condition in the square brackets is met. Here the condition is that the income is greater than 3,000. I use a set of values when I clean up data, or more generally when I combine categories. We can recode several values at once by using the percentage in percentage sign. Here we can recode all the values that are part of this list, such as 1 or 9, all at once. This also works well for a list of words. For example, we can recode any of US, USA, US with dots, or USA with dot to US. Finally, we can combine several conditions using the ampersand and the vertical bar. If necessary, add some brackets. With the ampersand, we combine conditions. We recode only if both conditions are true, such as greater than 5 and less than 17. We can use the vertical bar for or, which means that we recode if one of the conditions is sufficient on its own, like less than 3 or greater than 7. This is where logic is your friend, and I often use a piece of paper to write down the old and new values I want to find the best way to recode. I always check my recoding with a simple cross table between the old and new variable to see if everything worked as I wanted it to work.